And I will post it later. So there probably will be information. You're like, whoa, 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 slow down, slow down. I understand that. I'm recording it for that purpose because we would be here all night without that. So just take in and take notes as much as possible and know that you might have to watch the recording to really digest the information and put it into practice. Okay, I'm gonna turn it over now.
Awesome. Jess is going to share we made like just a little, so you can kind of see what we're doing. And because we are going to cover a lot of things.
All right. Are you seeing it?
Yes. So we're going to be talking about email marketing. And so first we're going to talk about why email marketing. So here's just like our 3 top reasons. There are so many reasons, but the first one is no censoring. You can literally say anything you want in email, unlike Facebook and Instagram. If you've ever noticed, Facebook likes to censor certain things you want to talk about. One of them being CBD, one of them being hemp, the things that we sell. Anytime you use any sort of salesy words, even like a percentage sign, like that flags Facebook to think that you're selling something and you're being censored over there. So say anything you want in email. You can talk about the sales. You can talk about CBD. You can say the word cannabis and not worry about it. Customer relationship building and easy sharing. So like, it's kind of like how on social media, on Instagram, like your post is like your front door, right? And you want the front of your house to look nice and pretty. And then when you go to people's stories, you get like the raw, real version of the person and you get to know them a little bit better. This is really great for those people that aren't on social media a whole lot, but this is a way to get them to get inside your living room and get a glimpse into your life and what you're all about. And it makes them feel like they know you. So again, that like, know, and trust factor that we're all trying to have with people so that they will buy from us at some point. And then the last one is the high conversion. So studies have actually shown that email marketing has a higher conversion rate compared to people buying from your Instagram link. I don't know if any of you have ever gotten like a sale from your link in bio, but I have one time. So I've already, I've only been doing this for a couple months and I've already gotten sales from email marketing, which I just think is so cool. Jess, you want to go to the next? And I will say that when I first heard this, I was like, no way people are buying stuff in email, but they actually do.
Emily, next year we're gonna, I think, talk about repurposing content.
Oh, you want me to go ahead?
Yeah. And then your jotform.
You want me to talk about repurposing content now? Okay. So, here's an example. So emails. Okay. So when you're putting your content out on Instagram and Facebook, you're basically just going to repurpose that content and put it in an email. So here's just an example. I've been talking about water. It's so funny. I shared like a reel on like drinking water before you drink your coffee in the morning and all of the health benefits. And I started getting people like sending me testimonials on water. But I used that in an email. And then, the title of the email, it said, are you skipping this free wellness product? It makes somebody want to open up the email. And then of course, when they get in there, I basically repurposed the content. I shared the information again. I gave a plug to the digestive jellies because I take a digestive jelly with the water in the morning. And then I, of course, I talked about a couple other things, but I also talked about CBDA. You can, I wonder should I show them the email address or not really? Probably don't need to, but basically you can put links directly to order them. You can put a link to your product match. Like I had a little section that was like, still not using CBD yet, take my product match quiz. Okay, so Jess would love to see an example. Okay, so Jess, would you want to stop sharing your screen and I'll share mine real quick? Okay, just a sec. Okay, so do you guys see the Flodesk here? And
Yep.
again, okay. And you can do a free trial of Flodesk. You can do like 30 days. So that gives you a lot of time. So this is, okay, so this was my most recent email. Oh, okay. How do I actually see the email, Jess?
You gotta go back.
Oh, Jess knows more.
And then hover.
Oh, because I clicked view results. I probably need
Yes,
to.
yeah, hover those. Yep. And then share.
View in browser.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is what my email looked like. And then this was like a post that I did on my Instagram. I basically just stuck it in there. And I kind of just, went into CBDA, educating on what CBDA is. Then I put learn more about CBDA here, and sorry, Pearl's sitting here eating her dinner. I linked the video that Marlise did about CBDA, and then I grabbed a testimonial from the Product Hub from Mary Beth. I don't know who Mary Beth is. I don't know if she's on our team or not, but it was in there, so I figured it was up for grabs. I grabbed her testimonial and her picture. I talked about how May is Mental Health Month, and I told like another little story that I had on my Facebook that week. So again, this isn't taking too much brain power necessarily, but these do take a little while to put it all together. I talked about how because of the water, we're doing this water challenge. So this is actually a little bit bigger than a normal email, honestly. It does not have to be this long. I talked about how we're doing the apple cider vinegar along with the water. I have this like challenge group on Facebook for people who want to try this. Links to purchase, and then I have the Mother's Day, and then still need to try CBD. Click here for my quiz. Usually at the bottom it links you to Instagram, so I don't know why this one doesn't, but you can set it up to like link to your Instagram. Jess, you're gonna have to keep me on track. So what am I talking about next? I'm gonna do the jot form.
You're gonna, yep, show you how to set up a jot form.
So that's just what like a sample email would look like. So the CBD product match, that's what we want all of you guys to make. I think the email stuff, if it's overwhelming to you to even think about email right now, just focus on making a product match form, because we're going to explain some different ways that you can use this. So you can go to Jotform. This is free. And you're going to go to, so you want to write this down, information request. And you're going to use that template. And when you want to create yours, go to Jess and Mai's link in bio and just check out, she did hers in a Google form. So you could definitely do that too. I don't know why I like this better. Sometimes Google form, I feel like it doesn't always email me when someone filled it out. And this does. So obviously you're going to want to get their name, their email, phone number, all that jazz. And then anytime you want to add a question, it's over here, add form element. And down here are the different types of questions. So if you wanted to say, what are you wanting help with? So you can add in all the different like sleep, anxiousness, stress, add in all the things and they can check them. And that's basically how you're going to do that. And then let's see. Okay, now how do okay, so then we can go to settings. Oh, I was gonna show you this. You can add your logo here. I'll show you in a minute if you don't have Canva yet. You can create like a cute little logo, super easy. I change mine all the time because I change everything all the time, but you can keep yours the same all the time. I just called it a CBD product match form. Disable your form now on a specific date or when it reaches a certain number of submissions. I don't think I did anything with that. I'm not sure what that is. Allie, I don't know if you remember that question, but I don't think I do. So this is, now it's giving me the link. And so I can copy the link and you can preview it. Looks like this. You can see what it looks like on the phone, but that is how you make a product match form. Let's see now, how do I get back to where I was? Okay, so here's my link. So you're gonna copy the link and you're gonna save that link. So save that to your boards app. I have in my boards, I have my own board and I have one folder that's just links. It's like all my links. Okay, Jess, what's next? I'm gonna talk about how you're gonna use this, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so a couple ways I used this before I started email marketing. I did have it as a link in my bio. I would occasionally have somebody, I'm gonna stop sharing because I think I don't need to right now. I would occasionally have somebody fill it out. And then at least they're on your radar. And what I've noticed about the product match form is when people are filling that out, like on Instagram, there are a lot of times people that I don't know, but not always. And I don't know, it at least puts them on your radar so you know that they've been curious about CBD. Like a lot of times when I don't know them, like I'll reach out to them to like give them their answers and they kind of like ghost you. It's really weird. That's why I like email, because it automatically puts them in your email list. So they're going to continue to get exposure to your content. And another way you can use it is just like when you're posting stories, if you're talking about CBD, instead of posting the link right to your website, you can post this instead. And you can say, take my quiz, because I like that, because when you just post the link to your website, like how often has anyone ever just ordered from that? Like never for me either. And then you don't even know if they're clicking your link to go check it out. At least if they click this, I don't know. I think there's something that's like, oh shoot. My husband just texted, coming home, Marge pooped in her diaper and he must not have wipes. They're at the playground. So there might be some noise in a minute. But at least this way, you know that they're following and watching, because there's something about opening that quiz. Like they can't help but submit it. Like they want to know what their answers are. I don't know. So that's kind of like my 2 cents on that. And then you can keep a highlight bubble that's like always got your product match form in it. So if it's like a start here bubble, where you just have like a little bit about, here's a little bit about Green Compass, here's a little bit about CBD, take my product match form, and then it's just always there in a highlight bubble. Sometimes people watch those and they don't go to your link in bio. So I think that's pretty much all I wanted to cover with that. Now we're going to use this link for email marketing. So if you're ready for that, that's what Jess is going to talk about next, which is perfect timing for the poop diaper to come home.
Hey guys. So yeah, I know some people were asking in the chat, like, what's that form for exactly? So it's gonna go into your link in bio, but also it's going to help start your email list. So I'm gonna kind of go to step 2 if you're ready to go a bit further and interested in emails. So I'm gonna screen share. All right, I'm gonna assume everybody can see my screen. So I'm gonna start off by showing you guys how to create a form. So this is going to be like if you go to your Linktree or your milkshake, and if you've ever like gone on somebody's and like influencer and they have those forms and you fill it out and then they send you something, this is what it is. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to, sorry, I'm like getting a fresh cold, but I'm going to show you how to create a form. And then I'll also show you what my form looks like that I have for the product match, or I call it a CBD consultation because it sounds fancier. Okay, so, oh, and by the way, I guess, I don't know if we really specified, but all of this is happening in Flodesk. I know Emily showed you an example of her emails, but the form creation, the workflows, which I'm going to show you next, and the emails is all happening within Flodesk. So under the form section, you go to forms and they have a couple different options. This is called a pop-up form and it like doesn't take up your whole screen. Inline is more so if you have a blog, and I'm sure you've seen them on people's websites. You're scrolling and they're like, oh, give me your email and I'll send you this thing. So that's not really relevant for most of us unless you have a blog. I like the full page one, so that's what I'm going to show you, and that just opens up and it takes up the full page. They have a bunch of different templates you can pick, and these are customizable even beyond what you see here. But so just like kind of pick what layout you like. Okay. All of mine are honestly this really simple template. So, okay, first we are going to tell Flodesk, we need to name the people that fill out this form. Basically, they are going to be called a segment. So I'm going to name them demo product match. So anybody who fills out my get a free CBD consultation form is going to be added to this segment. It's a list basically. So I'm going to save that. And now I have this blank canvas. Okay. Everything is customizable on here. So I can upload an image if, say, I have like some pretty pictures from Pinterest, or maybe I want to put a picture of myself. I don't know. You can search on, it's called Unsplash, and they have tons of beautiful photos. You can search like plants or cats. I don't know. Whatever you want. So I'm just going to pick this little plant and then you can edit this. So I'm going to say let's see, get my free CBD consultation. That doesn't really make sense, but whatever. And then you can put whatever you want in here. I would recommend just kind of explaining it again, kind of what they're getting if they fill out your form. And then here, and I'll like, you can change the fonts, you can make it bigger or smaller. These little buttons right here, you want to make sure that you're previewing your form too, because here is what it would look like on desktop, but on mobile, sometimes the like if your font is too big, a word might be cut off and like the other part of your word is like, it's like segmented. So you always want to make sure you're previewing it before you set it live. And then you can also change what you want your button to say too. So if you want to say download or like send it my way, whatever you want. You can play around with the different button shape, colors, everything. Okay. So next is, okay, so a double opt-in is where, okay, so they're signing up and then they're also getting an email that says like, hey, are you sure you want to be on so-and-so's email list? And then they have to confirm again. I would recommend not doing that. Flodesk even recommends not doing that. So I would select no. And then you can also choose to be notified when a subscriber opts into your form. So if somebody fills out your form, you're going to get an email. I think that's really fun. So I have it notify me every time somebody fills out my form. But if you don't want that, you can select do not notify me. And then after you submit this form, what do you want to happen? Again, if you're somebody like has a blog or something, you could redirect to your blog. I would not recommend redirecting to your Green Compass website. Just personal recommendation, I would recommend just choosing the display success message. So you can just hit continue. And then here's the link to my form, but I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, here's my form. And then I'll show you guys actually what my actual form looks like so you can see. And bear with me, guys. You're probably all listening to me like, I have no idea what she's freaking talking about. And I promise you, I had to watch a training 2 or 3 times to understand how to do this too. And it's way more simple once you're going through it. So if you're feeling lost right now, that's okay. But let me show you what my actual form looks like. So it says free CBD consultation. I outlined like what sets Green Compass apart. It's the only brand I feel comfortable giving to my family. And then also a tip, make sure you kind of put like hey, make sure to check your promo and spam folders, because a lot of emails like this, like coming from people like us, go to people's promo and spam folders. So they need to like check there if it doesn't go straight to their inbox and mark you as safe or whatever. I think Gmail has you marked them as safe. Okay, so, and then my button says, let's get started. Okay, so next I'm going to show you how to set up a workflow. So we have this form, and you can actually set up a workflow that is completely automated. So it's basically Flodesk emailing out your freebie or emailing out your form directly to the person right after they fill it out. So I am going to walk you through setting that up. Okay, so this is a workflow. The first thing we have to do is tell it what we want to trigger it, okay? So remember we set up that subscriber or segment list. That's what this is for right now. So when somebody is added to my demo product match list, or they fill out my product match form, they're going to get added to this list, and then this is the workflow. Here's the email, so I can customize this completely as well. And I'm going to show you guys what this looks like too. So if you're like me, you like kind of need to see the full picture. But this is like a template. So it's all in there for you. Change whatever you want. I just put this, I found a hemp plant on Pinterest and put it in here. And then it just says, answer just a few questions and I'll curate a personal recommendation just for you. And then here's what Emily had mentioned, like these are my Instagram posts. So really quick, I'm going to send myself, this is another really nice thing about Flodesk. You can send a test to yourself. So if you're like, okay, I'm still not like getting the picture, or if you want to test your links, which is a really good idea, because pretty much every email I've set up, I had one broken link or it was linking to the wrong thing. So highly recommend always doing a test. All right, here's my test. So here you'll see it like is even marking myself as like potential spam. So I'm going to say, look safe. But again, full circle for you. If somebody fills out my product match request form, they're going to get this email. Okay. And then it says, answer just a few questions and I'll curate a personal recommendation for you. And then they click on it, and here's my form for them
many years ago
for them to fill out. And that's it. So let's see. I don't know if I should open it up for questions or if I want to keep going. I'll probably keep going and save questions at the end. Because next I'm going to show you guys how to set up a welcome sequence. Okay. So, and Emily kind of touched on this, like most of the people that are coming to your Linktree or Milkshake, they probably don't know you really well yet, right? So aside from just like sending them your freebie or a product match form or whatever, they still don't really know you and they might not go any further yet. And your welcome sequence is how they can find out a little bit more about you and kind of get an idea of who you are and what you share. Okay. So I'm going to show you what my welcome sequence looks like. And again, this seems kind of overwhelming, but it's literally a template right here in Flodesk. See, welcome sequence. And there's 3 emails. I'm going to show you mine just to kind of save time. Yes. Okay. So, again, the first thing you have to do when you're setting up a workflow is tell Flodesk who you want this email sequence to go to. So I have it go to anybody who fills out any one of my forms or freebies. Okay. They are going to get added to this welcome sequence. So I set up a time delay, and you can do like day of the week, day of the year, whatever. I just have a time delay of 1 day. So they're going to get my freebie. 1 day later, I'm going to send them this email. Okay. And it's like, hold on, that. You can write your subject line, preview text. And so this is me kind of backing up like, wait, have we actually met? Like, here's who I am. So I have a picture of me. And I just said, I'm so glad you're interested in hearing more. I can't wait to start sharing with you. If you can't wait to the next email, make sure you check out the rest of my freebies. So I kind of hint towards, hey, I have more freebies, go check them out. Or come say hi on the gram. And then this button, I link them to my Instagram. And that's it. Very short and sweet. That's the first email they get. And then a time delay. There's no science to this, at least that I'm aware of. I just didn't want to seem really annoying. So I have a 2-day delay now. Then they're going to get another email from me. And it just says, I think this is my get to know me email. So again, I just have a picture of me. I said, I'm Jessica and I'm an entrepreneur, wife and mom of 2 little girls. You can also use their name, which I highly recommend trying to do at least once in your email or the subject line. And I just say a little bit about me. I started my business because I wanted to help other young moms that were struggling with their mental health like I was. You can learn more about my story by clicking below. So maybe they don't care, which is why I didn't put my whole story in this email. This button links to a PDF that I have that it's like 2 pages long of kind of like my whole story of like how I ended up finding CBD basically and how much it helped me. So if they care about it, they can click on it and go read it. If not, whatever. They're still on my emails. Okay. And then lastly, 2 days later, they're going to get my last email from the welcome sequence. And this is just me explaining what they can expect from me. Just kind of setting up like, okay, future emails, this is what they're going to look like. So I talk about health and wellness. I share recipes, simple DIYs, sale updates. So any Green Compass sales that are going on, that's a section on my email. Definitely the occasional swear words, or just give them a heads up. And then I also link to just like random things that I'm like using or find cool. They're usually things on Amazon. And then I think this was like in the template as well that they had, like, if you have ideas, feedback or requests, you can reply to this email and send it to me basically. But that's it. That is the end of the welcome sequence. And so from there, they've kind of gotten to know me. Oops, I need to publish that. They've gotten to know me a little bit. And now they're just going to be a part of my occasional newsletters, which I send out like 2 to 3 times a month. So even if you're not to the point where you want to be sending out newsletters a couple times a month or whatever, like you can still just have that initial workflow where you're sending the welcome sequence after the product match form so they can get to know you a little bit. Because maybe they didn't fill out the form because they don't really feel like they know you, right? So that kind of helps to build up that know, like, and trust factor a little bit. And then the last thing I wanted to show you, if you are an analytical person or a numbers person like me, is there's pretty specific analytics. So I'm going to show you, Emily opened this on accident, but I'm going to show you some specifics to the analytics. So this was, I think, the last email that I sent. So it was delivered to 157 people, 67 opened it, and I got 5 clicks. No idea if that's good or not, but I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, like a 40% open rate is according to Lizzie Paleos. I don't know if any of you guys follow her. I took her training, and Emily, I don't know if you remember, but I want to say she said like 40% open rate is really good. So I have that stuck in my mind, and anytime I see that, I'm like, yes. Okay, so you can see who exactly opened your email, which is awesome. So I can see who opened it and how many times they opened it. Which I also use Project Broadcast, and I used to text all of my customers anytime there was a sale. And I just started feeling, and like, this is probably just me in my head, but I started to feel like I was bugging people. So now I will send an email instead. And if I have my list of, let's say, customers who have purchased the Sweet Dreams bundle in the past, and I want to make sure they know about it, I will check like 24 hours later and see if they opened my email, because I can see their email. And if I see that they opened my email, I like don't also text them. And maybe that's not best practice. Maybe you don't want to do that, but that's what I do. And then, okay, so another, like, something that I thought was really bizarre was all of my emails are opened on desktop, which is like, I know that's this email, but it's literally every email. So I thought that was weird, but you can see the percent of emails that were delivered. And then you can also see if anybody unsubscribed or marks you as spam, and you can actually see who specifically unsubscribed to. So maybe like if your feelings get hurt, don't look at that.
Hey, Jess.
But yeah.
Can I add one thing? I did a test.
Yeah, please.
I did Lizzie's training, and she was also surprised that so many people opened on desktop versus a mobile device. And the first time I did my newsletter, I sent a test to my husband. He opened it on his phone, and it still showed desktop. So I actually let Lizzie know that. So for some reason, it seems to register mobile devices even as desktops for whatever reason. So
well, that makes more sense.
yeah.
Thank you, Abby. Yeah, that training was really good. And that's where I learned what I'm teaching you guys here today. So so analytics wise, you can see all of your emails, all of your forms. I don't want to bore you guys too much, but I did just want to show that you can see like how many opt-ins you got, how many visitors, conversion rate. I'm not really sure what the conversion is on my, oh, I guess if they opened it and actually filled it out. Okay. And then you can see it on your workflows too. So, should we hold questions to the end? Because Emily, do you want to go back to Canva and showing the quick freebie creation for an additional lead magnet? Do you remember?
You're muted, Emily.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, if you're feeling overwhelmed by it, like, you can go back and watch the recording, because it was the same thing with Lizzie Paleos. Like, Jess, wasn't that like a 2-hour thing where she like walked us through every single step of setting it up, and it was almost like too long. So
yeah,
we were like watching it in fast forward, the replay. This is my open rate. I think someone asked. I don't know. I never really look at this. 2 clicks. So I don't know, 2 more than if you didn't send it. So, okay. So after you set up your, sorry, hang on a sec. Can't see what I'm doing here. Your product match quiz, that's where you're going to filter in all the people that are actually interested in CBD. But what about all the people who are following you who have zero interest in CBD, or at least don't think they do yet? So I'm just going to use Allie as an example because everyone on here probably already follows Allie. And Allie can speak to this, but she used to, with her Instagram, speak to everybody about CBD and the business, right? But now you'll see that she's gotten really specific with who her audience is. And it is like moms with small children who have yo-yo dieted before and like didn't have success. And now they want to actually lose weight and keep it off, right? So that's like her target audience, and it's super specific. So she can put something in her bio as a free download, and you can set it up the same way Jess set up the one for the product match form, but you can call this segment like weight loss, like people who are interested in weight loss. And how do you get this freebie? Sorry about her. She is like having a ball behind me. You can go into Canva and you can do free Canva. There's a free version. And you can just search, like, I searched it already because I wanted to see what came up. So 5 tips for weight loss. My computer's a little slow. I think it's our internet, but it pops up soon here. Okay. So I was just thinking like 5 tips for a healthy diet, because this freebie does not have to be like a book. It can be one little bite-sized piece of information that you're giving this person so that now they're on your email list. Because people love free things. They can't help it. They want to download the free thing. So Allie, you could like put your little Instagram handle on here, change this to whatever it is that you want. You could say like 5 tips for losing weight and keeping it off. My top 5 tips. And like maybe one of them is try adding reducing stress. And then in here she can say like why that's important, but she can also like hyperlink her CBD. Like CBD is something that's really helped me. I really like these jellies. And she can hyperlink right to her like Green Compass website with her friend share code and everything. And like someone could potentially purchase CBD jellies through this. So what I want to show you with that is, let's say you wanted to hyperlink something here. Oh shoot. Let's see. Okay, so here's a link, but if I wanted to just link one word, let's pretend that said CBD and I wanted to link it. I would paste my link in there and then it would show up as a hyperlink. I don't know. Let us know in the chat. Do you guys already use Canva, or is this like new to you? Because if you already use Canva, then you pretty much know how to change all the colors and do all of the things. But if you don't know how to do that, like if I wanted to change the background or just this, you come over and up here you can do whatever colors you want. You could put this background like a if you wanted it to look Green Compassy. See what comes up here if I wanted to do this. This is if you want to get fancy. And you can like put this, position it to the back. Stuff. And, you know, you would have to put something behind this to make it stand out, but that's just to kind of show you how you can like make this yours. You don't have to use what Canva made and like feel like you're stealing it. Like just customize it. And then what I would do is instead of like, so you can share this and you can download this as a, you could do like a PDF, and you could definitely include this PDF in the email that comes to the person. But what I like to do is click share and then go to view only link. and grab this link and copy that link. And just like I had you guys do earlier with the jotform link, you're going to save that to your links folder on your boards app. This way, if you're like me, and or just like, okay, you know how Green Compass's website is like changing all the time, right? So what if that link changed? Like I noticed that there used to be a link just to go to 750 milligram full spectrum mint. Now there's a different link and it just takes you to 750 milligram CBD. So I actually have to go into my freebie and change that hyperlink. But now if I do it that way, if someone's like downloading my I have a free sleep guide, like 10 tips to the best sleep ever, because that's kind of what I talk about on my Instagram. Someone goes to download that tomorrow, there's no delay. They're going to get it because the link that is being sent to them stays the exact same. Does that make sense to you guys? So if I were to like change this background, like, oh, I'm sick of plants and I don't want that anymore, it still works just the same. The link is still the same link. Does that make sense, you guys? Jess, what else am I talking about?
We are going on to the what to do. Sorry. We're so organized. The what to do next. So we're kind of wrapping it up, and then Emily was going to share just tips for cleaning up your Instagram bio and making it more targeted.
Yes. Okay. So let's present. Do I just do this? Present full screen.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay. So Flodesk is going to give you a little sticker shock. It is $418 per year without a discount. It's like $30 a month. But if you're ready to dive into this, if you're ready for email marketing, like you've been doing Green Compass for a while, you're feeling stuck, like something, you got to change something in your business, I would 100% invest in this. If you are just starting with Green Compass and you are like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to post on Instagram and Facebook in the same week, then this is like, maybe you don't want to go here. But also maybe if you're not a social media person and you want to, invest in this to use it for your current customers, you can even do that. But Jess and I can get you a discount code that gives you half off in the first year, which I think is huge. So you made your product match. You're going to do the free trial of Flodesk. You're going to see if you like this. Get a discount code from Jess or I. You can actually go ahead and sign up for your free trial without having the discount code. Because I did that, and I got Jess's discount code from her. And then you're going to create this other free. Sorry about her. Hang on a sec. Come here. Create your freebie. And you can create as many freebies as you want, which I think is super cool. So if you have like, I don't know, so like my target market is people who deal with anxiety and insomnia. So I could do a sleep guide, but then I could also do something else that's like something to do with anxiety or something to do with postpartum, like my top tips for like new moms, something like that. And then I'm catching even more people. Let's see. Okay, so let's talk about your IG bio. Okay. I have to move this little thing. Okay. So Instagram bio. And you can go look at Jess or I's or Allie's.
Can you go to the next?
Oh, did it not go?
No, not for me anyways.
So it doesn't say IG bio?
No.
It is for me. That's weird. How do I get out of here? Is it still showing the other screen?
Yeah, maybe
stop your. How do I unpause it? I didn't know you could do that.
I'm not sure. Maybe try stopping your share and then resharing.
Wait, here we go. This happened last night when Mike was on. Yeah, let me stop share and reshare. Sorry, you guys. Girl. Shh. Oh, it still says it's paused. Is it? Why won't it let me resume? Okay, well, you know what? I'll just read it. Okay, write
Emily,
this down.
I'll share it for you. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on, guys.
So if you don't know, Jess and I, we do everything together. So that's why she keeps me organized. And I'm the one with the ideas, and then she brings me back to earth if it's like way too out there. And that's why in these meetings, I'm like, what am I talking about next?
Okay, do you see it?
Yeah, so this will be good. I'm gonna pull, so in your Instagram bio, you will see that and you can like go around to like people you follow that you really like and like see what their bios are. Like if somebody's bio like really captivated you and brought you to their page and made you want to click follow, go check out theirs. But it's gonna have your picture, and then right under that is the bolded line that usually people put their name there. But what Instagram did was made it a searchable thing. So instead of just putting your name there, put your name and then put some of the keywords. So like mine says postpartum anxiety and insomnia survivor and neurodivergent. I know we're not supposed to talk about anxiety and insomnia with CBD, but I don't really, if you look at my Instagram feed, I don't talk about Green Compass on my feed, and I don't even have a link to Green Compass, I don't think, in my bio. So I don't think Green Compass is going to be like on like tracking me. Does that make sense? And if they are, then I'll figure it out. But if you're posting like this is getting a little off topic, but if you're posting like Green Compass graphics on your feed, like stop doing that, because it doesn't work, first of all. And then you have to be like super careful what you're saying like all the time. So that's what I have in mind. Now I could change it to anxious and sleep, and that would probably get me similar searches, but you just want to put in the words that people are searching for. And usually this is who you were a couple years ago, and you were looking for tips on these things because you were struggling with it. So you just kind of have to like go back into your shoes before you had CBD, and like, what were you searching for on Instagram? Put those keywords in there, but it needs to be like a short and sweet little sentence. And then under that, this is like your I help statement. So who you help, and how you're helping people. So like, I can't remember what Allie's is, but it's something about like, I help moms who are looking to lose weight for good. Mine, I don't have I help anymore, but I put get out of the anxiety insomnia loop, because it's like a never ending cycle. So just think about your ideal customer. And this is like the customer you love selling CBD to, because they're like the person you used to be, like, oh my gosh, you're just like me. This is what you need. That's your ideal customer. And that's who you want to speak to on Instagram. So help the person that you used to be, and that will help you figure that out. And then the next line is, so it's who you help, then it's what do you do? And so for mine, I put sharing holistic products and strategies. And I think that's what I used as an example on there. Girl, why are you so noisy? Oh my gosh. And then the next line is your social proof. So this is where if you have a degree or a certification in something and it makes sense to put it there, 100% put it in there. So like if you're a registered nurse and you're posting about like holistic tips, that makes sense. Like people are going to trust that you like, because you have that. Another example is like Harley Howard on our team. She was a physical therapy assistant for a long time, and now she shares all of these like exercises for moms, postpartum moms to do. So she has that. That's her social proof. If you're like top 1% network marketer, you could put something like that there if you're also sharing things about your business. Okay. And I do, so I actually put that on mine. And then the last line, girl, I don't know why you're so talkative, is a call to action. So we're kind of familiar with what a call to action is because we usually want to put them on our posts, right? Like comment below if you have ever felt like this or something like that. Well, you want a call to action in your Instagram bio too. So I have download or grab my free sleep guide and I'm pointing to the link. So I'm directing people to click the link to get my sleep guide for free that are new to my page. Now, you don't want this. So if you do more than 4 lines, you can do a 5th line on your Instagram bio, but what will happen is the 5th line like is not going to show, and there's going to be a link to click more, and no one's going to click it to expand your bio, and so they're going to miss your call to action. So you want to try to just stick with the 4 lines. Yes, go look at our bios. Jess's, Abby Howard has a good bio. Who else? I would just like, honestly, anybody that you follow that has an online business that you know is doing well, go check and see like what their bio says. A lot of coaches will, share tips for this too. So, is that it, Jess? Girl.
Yep.
This is not about you.
She wants to help.
No, I'm so sorry that it's so loud. Okay, do you guys want to do we want to open up for questions?
Yeah, we can open it up for questions really fast. I just want to say first of all, thank you guys for sharing that. And also, I know for some of us, this is like, whoa, I'm lost, I'm confused. Trust me, a couple weeks ago, I was there and I was like, Emily, I will pay you to just tell me and do it for me. But once you go and look at Emily and Jessica's stuff, and I would really rewatch this training and kind of write down the flow of things, I promise it will make sense. And just kind of play around with Flodesk and the jotform. Because it's really not that hard once you get started. And if you are someone that gets overwhelmed quickly, definitely just start, maybe with a couple of the things, not full force into, the welcome sequence and all of that good stuff, but just getting out maybe a CBD match tool or something simple like that. And this recording I will post as soon as we get off here, you can have it forever to go back when you're ready. But yes, open it up for questions.
Hey, can you really quick, I know a big thing now is the freebies, right? So you had download my free sleep guide. I feel like that's such a good way to get people's emails. I get how to make it in Canva. I'm good with that. Can you just show that in Flodesk one more time, what exactly that looks like? Because I think it the people put in their email and then it emails them the freebie, right? Can you just go over that really quick? Because I feel like that's the best way to start.
Yeah. Do you want me to share it? Okay. Yeah, so that's under workflows. So there's a couple of different ones that you can pick from. I would recommend this lead magnet delivery, and you just click on it, you can customize it, and then when you get to, you're going to add your trigger, which is where you're putting in your segment. So, okay, they filled out whatever form, and then you will add it into the email section here. So you'll create your freebie in Canva. You'll have downloaded the PDF, or you could, if you want to instead, you could, get the URL like Emily mentioned. And then you can just add it in here. So what I would probably do if I was downloading the PDF is you could put it in, well, I guess you would have to download a JPEG to put it in as an image, or you could choose one of the layouts like this, and then put it in the back of here. So it's basically just, you can play around with it. Download your PDF or however you want to insert it from Canva, and then you're going to put it in here. Is that making sense?
Can you just show her how, I don't know if you did this because I was busy with Pearl, but go up a little bit and just show her how if you click on that black button, did you already show this? No, go back down a little bit. A little bit down. Click to download the button. No, go back up.
Click to
back up.
download.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right
yes,
yes. Right there. So
Yeah.
Did you show this already? How you can add right there. So
yeah,
that is okay. That's where you put your JotForm link. So if this is the workflow for the JotForm quiz, you're going to put that there. And so that when they get this email, you obviously are going to customize this text, and it's going to say, you're going to be feeling better soon. Click here to take my quiz. Or if it's the freebie, it's like better night's sleep coming right up. Click here. And then that's where you put that link. So that's why, like I was saying on Canva, if I change the color schemes, the link actually stays the same. So if someone downloads it tomorrow, or if I edited one thing, they're going to get the new updated one without me having to go into Flodesk and change anything. That's the question. Does that answer your question, Jennifer?
Yeah, I was in there a few weeks ago, like playing around, and I couldn't figure out which workflow to do. So like you said, lead management, like I think I can figure it out from there. That's perfect.
Yep. And like Allie said, like I had to watch the training that I learned how to do this in 3 times. Like I literally watched it, was like, oh my God, I'm so lost. And then I watched it a second time, and I was setting up my forms and workflows along with the training. And then after you do one, you're like, okay, this is much more manageable and easier to understand once you actually like do one. So, and we're here to answer questions too.
Sorry, Jess, when you sign up for Flodesk, they will send you an email, and it has tutorials in it. And I took Lizzie's training, and I did the same thing as Jess and Em, where I was rewatching it. I felt lost. And then at a certain point in workflow, I just wasn't getting my next step. And so I started watching their little quick tutorials, and it was great. So if you haven't taken Lizzie's training, no worries. If we can help, we will. And they do send an email, welcome to Flodesk, and that was really helpful.
And also, I don't know if we said this or not, but if you do Flodesk, you can go to your reporting suite and download a CSV file of all your current customers. You can upload this to Flodesk with a tag for them, like current customers. And that way, like we were saying, like if there's like a time sensitive sale, like how Spring Compass sometimes does, like for these 1-day things, you can send out an email and send that to everyone. And I've just found that people much prefer that over getting a text about it. I don't know. Like, how they just don't answer your text. I think sometimes they get a text and they see that it's really long and they're like, I'm not reading that right now. But for whatever reason, people tend to open emails. So that's just what I've found.
Does anybody else have any questions?
Yeah, what was the name of the template that you guys use for the product matched? I was looking for it and I don't remember which one it was.
Information request.
Okay. Thank you.
And I will say, I don't know, like the reason this has helped me, especially I was totally against like narrowing down who I was speaking to. I resisted against it for a long time. I've been doing network marketing for a long time. But when I did, my sales have skyrocketed. I was kind of like a, 1,500, 2,000 type girl, PQV. And now my sales have been over 4,000 the last couple of months. Not just my bio or anything like that, but like my reels and the content I'm putting out, the carousels. Like, I don't know if you guys put out carousels on Instagram, Instagram, but I look at like how well those produce compared to my reels. Those get so much traffic from non-followers. It is unreal. It is absolutely unreal how much traffic those get. And I've gotten a lot of new followers. I had one crazy stupid reel on Facebook go viral, and I have over 800 new followers on Facebook from this one reel. And you guys know about Facebook, like there's not really a way to like harder to get to know people on Facebook than it is Instagram. So I wanted Emily to teach me how to use this product batch tool, because you have to put that in like the comments section of your reels. Like there's no space for it in your bio. It's just a lot trickier. So these things are very useful because your people are coming across your profile and your reels and your content every day, and you just want as many people as possible to get to know you and trust you. And this is just another way to tap into that. So I hope this was beneficial. And again, I'm going to download this as soon as we get off, and I will send it to all of you. And feel free to reach out and I will try to answer. And if I don't know the answer, I will get the answer for you. All right. Anything else before we say goodnight? All right. Thank you, Emily and Jess. I really, really appreciate your time. You guys take care. Love you. Let's have a great month.
Bye, guys.
Bye.